It's on and I'm home. Hold a Patron and tell them that it's on. I got my drink in my two-step. My drink in my two-step. Got my drink in my two-step. What's going on, y'all? What the is going on, people? I had to go. R.I.P. Christopher today for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Versace boy. You know? Um, yeah, man. I had a little incident, so I had to start a little late, y'all. I had some stuff go down with me, man, and it kind of tie into one of my topics that I'm doing today, cause it's tripped out. Like, my baby go to work, and she minding her business, working like she should, and a dude like grabs her by her hair. He start touching her hair. I'm talking about, man, dude, I was so mad. It's hard for me to even talk about the shit. Old white dude, man, grabbed my baby by her hair, and you know, I just you think you sending your kids or whatever, they going to work, you think they gonna be protected. You think that's somewhere where they ain't gotta worry about this or they ain't gotta worry about that, but in all actuality, man, it's wherever you go, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch yourself, man, cause they not gonna look out for yours like you would look out for yours. And that really it really made me mad. What really made me mad about it too was the simple fact that if my baby was to overreact or do something like that, then definitely it would be consequences for her. They would be looking at her like, oh, you did this, did that, you could have handled it this way or that way. So she just subject to kind of deal with the harassment, and that's fucked up. You know what I mean? It ain't right, it ain't good. And I ain't with that shit. So, I was trying to see what I could do short of me going up there and really rampaging through that hoe and pulling some security footage. But I'm gonna try and keep it cool, keep a cool head about the situation, and just see what happened, man. We gonna try not to go up there and go fucking bat shit on them people. That's what I'm trying not to do. So yeah, that's something I gotta deal with, man. I get into these real life situations, and had to figure it out. And I gotta do it. I gotta do it for my baby. I can't let it slide, because people get emboldened in these situations and shit like that, and I don't want her to have to be dealing with that, or think she got to live in fear, or be looking over her shoulder or nothing like that. And they definitely didn't do their job at the place. So, you know. Who is that? Oh, I thought that was somebody coming in. Thought that was a special guest. But nah, man, shit crazy, bro. It's crazy. I don't know. I don't fucking know, man. And that's, like I said, it tie into one of my topics. Um, and that's the white dude. He seen a black dude, and he didn't know the black dude from Sam. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was at the Publix. We don't got Publix up here in Milwaukee. I believe Publix is down south, if I'm not mistaken. Um, Hold on. Let me do something. All right, that's cool. Yeah, so I believe Publix is down south. You know what I mean? It might be out east or west. I'm not really sure. But he was at the Publix, and he was selling some earbuds, and they don't even sell earbuds at Publix. He was meeting somebody up there. You try and meet in a neutral spot so you could sell whatever it is you trying to sell. So he was trying to meet the dude up there to sell his ear pods or whatever, his earbuds, his ear pods. And long story short, man, dude runs up on him, you know what I'm saying, with the blick, and he like you know what I'm saying, he basically telling dude, Like, you who are you? Like, he don't know him, and he like, what you doing? You stealing? He like, what? He trying to steal some stuff. He like, dude, don't even sell this up in here, bro. Like, what is you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Just crazy, man. But folks will run up on you like they just already know you, or like they know something about you. And that's what I'm talking about. If these folks will get too comfortable, they'll get way too fucking comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Acting a certain way towards you. And you're gonna have to nip it. You're gonna have to nip it in the bud. You're gonna have to go on and nip it. I'm telling you. Otherwise, they gonna run with it. They is gonna run with it, and they will take. I call it taking liberties. Like they doing, like, taking liberties is doing things that nobody asked you to do. So they take liberties. You know what I'm saying? They get to doing a bunch of extra shit, and if you don't nip that shit in the bud, they will get to doing it, man. For real, for real. So, man, definitely watch out for that. And then the next one is this lady. She had her baby. This kind of tie into the topics I've been doing. Um, Not all week, but kind of. I guess you could kind of say throughout the month, kind of, right. So it's like she goes to court and she gets a child support order, and so the judge put the child support order in, and basically she don't want the father to have custody, so she got sole custody of her daughter. And then while she got custody of the daughter, it's set up a certain way so the father could visit, and you know what I'm saying, certain shit like that. But she proceeds to sign over her custody rights to her own mother. So now the father can't see his daughter. He don't got the custody rights. The mother don't even got the custody rights. The grandmother got them, and they still won't give it to the father. It's just a dirty game, man. It's child support game, and custody, um, rights and stuff like that. They always favor the woman, no matter how bad the woman is. And even in this situation, the woman had the responsibility to, she got everything her way, and she had the responsibility to adhere to those rules and everything. And she turns around and she skirts all the rules that she had set by the judge. Everything was in her favor. She was getting paid child support. She had custody, all that. But she jumps up, drops her kid off with her mother, and go live with with her friend, quote unquote, and her kids. You know what I'm saying? I be like, what's up with these grown ass roommate assholes, man? That shit is nuts. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, other than that, we got this chick, she talking about, you know, and I was wondering if she was making a good point or not. We gonna look at that one first too. Like, she said she couldn't fuck with this dude because of the music he listened to. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't no bad music. It wasn't like he was showing up listening to some poker or no shit like that. It was just the fact that she felt like her taste in music and his taste in music was different enough for them to not be compatible. And I was, it seemed crazy at first, but I think music say a lot about who we are, and it's a lot that can be said about what you listen to. In her situation, um, maybe she was on to something. Maybe it'd be a simpler way of picking your partner than all these zodiacs and all that. Just be like, what songs you like? Let me see your playlist. You know what I'm saying? And that let you know about the person right there, right? I mean, it'll let you know something about them. Shit. You can't tell a lot about a person by, the music they listen to and so on and so forth like that. So, it is what it is, man. And yeah, we gonna look into those topics Friday, keeping it kind of light. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, I had my incident I went through today. So man, I'm trying to stay out of my chest. You know what I'm saying? And just keep it going, man. Keep it moving. Look into these topics, and everybody watching, man, get them likes up. If you ain't subscribed to the channel, welcome to Mac World. Get them subs up too, man. I'm trying to be somebody in these YouTube streets, man, and I need y'all to do it. But you know what we gotta do? We gotta get these analytics straight. So I'm gonna do that. Throw this music on, and while I take care of that, and then I'm gonna be right back. Y'all probably wondering like, oh, this greasy ass nigga ain't got no shirt on, man. I'm talking about. I got out the shower literally a second ago. I ain't even have time. I had to make a choice. Am I gonna start my stream or am I gonna start to get dressed? So when y'all see me again and I'm got different clothes on, that's why. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this thing started, y'all. Mac World, let's go. Cause when the build mill said Rose, I see you. Yeah, Mac World, let's go. Let's get this thing started, y'all. And today, it is, what kind of world is it? What kind of world is it? Cause it's a dirty world. This girl was like, she was talking to the guy. The guy seemed straight enough, you know. He ain't have nothing weird about him. I think he had a decent job or something like that, you know. He was a decent dude, you know, blue collar, you know. uh, all that, and he gets to his playlist. She asks him what kind of music he listens to. It's a show, Melly Monaco show, the Pineapple show. And so Buddy get to his playlist and she basically dissed him. So let's talk about that, man, cuz how important is that? How important do y'all think that is? I feel like music do play a big role in relationships. It might seem crazy. I know that sound crazy, but it do. I feel like if y'all like the same music, y'all
like,
will
I'll
stay
pay
together
for
longer.
one.
Man, these
know what I mean?
Because I'm like,
But I don't know much about Tennessee.
Yeah, I don't listen to none of them either. Yeah, like, I'm one of those, like, conscious rap, like, Cole, Kendrick, Ab-Soul. You know what I'm saying? I like that kind of music. Like, the hood.
Pineapples. I need to hear some Money Bag, G to the O to the L, Big Glow.
This hoe said G to the O to the L, Big Glow. Swear that's gold. That ain't glow. Oh. 2 guns in the building. Big power tools on deck. Watch what you say. Might get moderated. She said G to the O to the L, Big Glow. Like, yeah. You be listening. I see. Bro, you might have dodged a bullet.
I need to hear some Money Bag, G to the O to the L, Big Glow. I need to hear shit like that. That's my music right there. We wasn't gonna vibe music.
okay.
Oh yeah, too. Like that's big for me too. Like we gotta be like, compatible music wise, like cultural wise, if you understand what I'm saying. Like we gotta be on the same. Like you can't be listening to no opera and I'm listening to.
She said, you can't be listening to no opera and I'm listening to Glorilla. Watch, listen to this.
Like cultural wise, if you understand what I'm saying, like we gotta be on the same. Like you can't be listening to no opera and I'm listening to Glorilla. Like
listen, now I'm not.
All right, now before you even cook her, bro, let me say this. So this is typical of the way they would think, right? So she say, you can't be listening to opera and I'm listening to Glorilla. But instead of her learning something about the opera and the fine arts, so both of y'all is listening to opera, she rather you reduce yourself as a man and listen to her Glorilla. You know what I'm saying? Listen to the shit she listening to. It's like, let's just say this, a real man gonna not say nothing to me and he's gonna be involved with me emotionally while I'm not involved with him emotionally. He's gonna buy me things. He's gonna let me do whatever I want to do and stuff like that's all the stuff a real man gonna do, right? Basically, they idea of a real man be a trick. You know what I'm saying? Some old trick. And then the thing about it is with this thing right here, I was thinking about this music thing, right? Because I was thinking it's a good point because music got something to do with your personality. Two says she went right to the ratchet shit and her culture is ratty. Yeah, right. So, so this is my question about this situation in particular. As far as her saying she is picking the guys, based on the music, but then the type of music she picked, and her specifically saying opera, like, I don't see why, even if you was a ratchet bum, why would you should want a nigga that's gonna listen to opera. Like, listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. If I'm going to the bank, you know what I'm saying, and I'm looking for an accountant, I don't want my accountant to be the coolest nigga I know. I want him to be the smartest nigga I know. If I'm going to get some food and I want a private chef, I don't want it to just be the coolest, littest nigga I know. I want it to be the best chef I know. You know what I'm saying? So when you get people based on what you really need them for. Now, she don't want this dude based on the music he listen to ain't lit. You know what I'm saying? But really, what would you be getting with him for? Would you be getting with him to go do some old headlights, twerking at the red lights? Or would you want to upgrade your life to where y'all could go see an opera or something like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all when you got that me mentality, and not only that, but the hoe look good too. You know what I'm saying? Like she ain't ugly, she ain't slacking or nothing at all. So she's gonna get that pretty privilege where she can do and say shit that don't make a lot of sense, and she gonna get a pass for it. And right now, you got to think about this. Let's just keep it 100. If she was a bald head booger wolf right now, talking about I can't be listening to no, I'm listening to Glorilla. Why you listening to opera? She'll get panned like, ugh, like who is this? But since she look pretty, you know, she might say some ignorant shit, and nigga might be like, oh, you funny girl. Oh, you funny. All right, let's listen to some Glorilla then. Come on. But you know what it is, man. Let's see what he got to say.
I'm not saying you could judge any person strictly based on the music they listen to, but she's for sure giving off baby mama starter kit vibes. And no. It's not the fact that she enjoys ratchet ass music. It's the fact that she actually used that as her criteria for selecting men. Now, this is only my guess, but I'm thinking with that kind of filtering out process, she gonna be on her way to upgrading to the 3 baby daddies who ain't shit package real quick.
It's fine. You women can get upset. It's fine.
Yep. He hit it right on the head. He said she gonna be updating to the 3 baby daddy package. Shit, just updating to that package, period. Her ovaries gonna be fried like lo mein. She get done doing all that. Cause listen, you want somebody listen to Moneybagg Yo and Glorilla and shit. It ain't like, yeah, okay, I do this, I do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm gonna come home and throw on some Glorilla or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a certain dude. So like, I think it'd be safe to say you want somebody that live in you know what I'm saying, that lifestyle kind of permeate with them and shit. Now on that same note, what is them type of dudes gonna do? You know what I'm saying, that you talking about, that don't like opera and they like Moneybagg Yo and all that, man. They finna beat your cheeks like Ari and get the fuck up out of there. They ain't finna be, you know, just, it's different people for different situations and shit. Like somebody like her, he really dodged the bullet, because that ain't the type of person she ain't the type that you want to like consider for upgrade. You know what I'm saying? She like to have fun. She say she like to listen to this certain type of music. She busts her little dance when she explain it. Like she's still in fun girl mode, and like, you know. So just my advice, just have fun with her. Don't force her to be nothing she ain't trying to be. You know, some people only know one way to learn, and that be the hard way. So you got to damn near let them go their way, or they gonna think they was cheated out of life. You know what I mean? And I mean, it's just like that, man. I don't really know. And then like, even, you know, that kind of bring me to my next topic. They will convince you of a certain thing being a certain way, and in your fervor to help them out, you know, you go along with it, knowing they a little bit delusional, but you still kind of go along with it, just like, man, maybe it's an end game to it or whatever. And that's what happened in this next clip with the judge. The judge gave this lady all the shit she wanted. I got like a chemical burn on my hand and shit. I cannot figure out what that is. She gave the lady all the stuff she asked for, and the lady still turned around and wanted to do extra. I think some people just super duper manipulative, and they try to, it's some women out here that have kids, and they try to use those kids, because, you know, you are looked at as a monster if you don't take kids into consideration in any situation. So a lot of times, man, for these mothers that's irresponsible, they try to use those kids as bargaining chips. She get up here in front of the judge. She finna do her best Becky, crying. This shit pissed me off, actually, because she was just ignorant. and she just was trying to gaslight the judge. The judge gave her everything she wanted. Let me go.
Christmas Eve. Your daughter. What was the plan for Christmas? Were you going to see your daughter?
I planned on it, but then I have to work. This night. So I'm just gonna FaceTime her like we always do every single night.
You guys have messed this up so bad.
Look at that shit, man. It's like it pissed me off. No matter this is what make me mad. That I feel like with some people in general, I ain't even gonna say just women, but you know, a lot of times, you know, we all as a society will be more sympathetic towards a woman with kids. You know what I'm saying? But it be like they attitude like towards the way they approach things irresponsible, like they automatically get a pass. And she telling the judge, like the judge gave her custody of her kid, and she's sitting up here with all this oomph in her voice, like, I'm gonna FaceTime her like I do every night. And the judge is sitting here thinking like, you saying it like it's all sad and all that, but bitch, I gave you custody. You shouldn't have to FaceTime her. But you made these fucked up decisions. Now you back here crying in court about it. I listen, I hate it. Let's go.
It's so frustrating to me when there's a court order and you guys do something different, then you do something different again and something different again, and nobody comes to court. Now, you know who's suffering? This little girl.
She's not suffering. She is in a place where she is loved and taken care of.
You're delusional.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. If you think your child's not suffering when her mom is here in Michigan and she is in Florida.
But nah, see, that's judge probably older. She don't understand that, you know, this 2023, and to a lot of these women, it don't matter who raising the kid. They just want to be able to say that the kid ain't on the street. They bottom line is literally the kid being homeless or in the system. If the grandma, or the dad having them, that's definitely the bottom line. For some reason, they do not want the fathers to be with the kids. And in this particular situation, this is another one of them situations where you gonna hear that the father was in the daughter's life, but the mother took the daughter out the father's life because the father and the daughter was close. It's crazy. This shit is despicable, man. Let's go.
With your mother, I don't care what house your mother's running. I don't care how fabulous her life is in Florida. If you think she's not suffering because she's not with her mom and dad, you're wrong. Mr. Gould, why don't you go ahead and tell the court why we're here and what you're asking for?
Sure. Your Honor, this originally was scheduled for a show cause simply because Miss Williams does have primary custody of the minor child, Emma Hughes. And about the end of September of this year, she informed my client that she did not have a proper place to raise Emma. She didn't have a house, she was couch surfing, she didn't have a job, and it was becoming too much to take care of Emma. Previously, she had had a similar situation at the beginning of this year. And from January to about June of 2022, Emma was living with Mr. Hughes. Apparently this time though, in the fall.
So this year, or the year that just passed, she was already living with her dad for 6 months because the mom said she was homeless and all that. Why do these hoes stay homeless, man? They say they don't need no man, and it be whenever it's a situation like that, the father be having a home and a job, and the mama be just homeless and full of pride and homelessness and shit. Like these, I know so many, even right now, I know so many homeless ass girls, man. This shit crazy. Let's go.
Fall.
Most single mothers,
did not have
most single mothers in Milwaukee are homeless. Let's go.
A proper place for Emma. She decided that Emma was going to live with her mother, with Emma's grandmother, down in Florida. And I believe that move happened the early October of 2022, which is in direct violation of the court order in that mom cannot move the child's residence out of this state. Father was informed that this was going to happen. He protested. It happened anyway. After he learned that Emma's schooling had been changed to Florida and that this wasn't just a family trip or anything like that, that is when he requested this show cause hearing. I don't know what specifically the court would do to hold her in contempt, but clearly she has violated the court order, and something needs to be done. At the very least, Emma does need to be returned to Michigan.
Nah, at the very least, this woman should be placed in jail. If the father did what she did, or if he didn't pay his child support, didn't do what he was supposed to do, his license could be revoked, or he could be placed in jail, or both. She clearly violated the order, so she needs to be held accountable for that. Back with more observations from a case study in Michigan Family Court, where...
And that's true. Everything she said is true. Everything she said is true. But unfortunately, the system don't work like that, man. The system leave you high and dry as a man. You can't really do nothing. You can't say nothing. It's all revolving around like what the mother will allow you to do. You know what I'm saying? And then if she don't want to allow you to do something, you have to fight and prove to the court why you should be. You don't even get treated like you a parent as a man. You know what I'm saying?
Evidence today, because we have such a short time, and there has
the notification bell for all updates.
Shout out
because
to Pink
mother
Book List.
clearly has no way of caring for Emma. We're asking that custody be changed so that father has primary physical custody. I imagine that we're not going to have enough time to hear that entire motion and present all of the evidence today because we have such a short time. But in the temporary, if we could at least have a temporary parenting time order so that Emma is in Michigan and Emma is seeing father on a regular, consistent basis, and that parenting time be unsupervised. That's what we would like from today at least.
Thank you. Mr. Gould, can you tell me last time your client saw the minor child?
Hold on. Was it September? The end of September around for Emma's birthday party.
Thank you. Ms. Williams, a response to what he has stated?
So she did go with my mother, but that's for Emma's best interest because there's been incidents at Dad's house. The reason she wasn't good.
And then this the thing right here, right? So she would let her, and this is the bullshit, and this is what I hate right here. She gets to do whatever the fuck she wants to do because first she let the daughter go live with him for 6 months. She was living with her dad for 6 months. And then now that she got busted when she was supposed to be having a child with her mother while she living in a whole different place collecting child support. Now here she go trying to come with some new revelations, and it always involved throwing the dude under the bus. And you know what's so crazy? I think she said it in this thing right here. I think old girl said it, you know, the host or whatever. Shout out to Pink Book. She was like, man, for these fathers, when you dealing with these baby mothers, you go out of your way to protect them, man. And I done been there, man. You go out of your way to protect them or shield them from any type of anything, being away from their kids, any type of legal trouble, any type of anything, because that's the mother of your kids. Society do it. We all do it. You know what I'm saying? But it's like they would throw you under the bus in a minute to the judge, man, and make you seem like a bitch will hurt you. They will hurt you. You will go out of your way to try to, you know what I'm saying, not get her looked at in a negative light in court, and she will turn around and throw you smooth under the bus if she got to, bro. It ain't fair, bro. It's wrong. And I hate a bitch who jump up and shed her snake skin in court. And yes, he was doing this. Like, what? I ain't never did but dude just sitting here though, him and his lawyer sitting here because they already know she full of shit. Let me see what they say in the comments. Two said, bitches. Yeah, exactly. And also, Day-to-day K in the building. What's going on, Kia? And Tui say, here she go. Nah, it's for her best interest. Not to see her dad because your broke ass said so. Man, fuck it. Exactly, man. Like, so, bro, it's painful. Let's go.
It was because there's been incidents at Dad's house where she's come back and told me that she's been physically touched by his nephew. So I don't feel it's safe that she goes with him.
So because you believe that she was physically touched by his nephew at her father's house, you decided to send her all the way from Michigan to Florida. But how many of you believe that she actually contacted the proper authorities to investigate these claims?
Since she's been in Florida, he's talked to her 4 times.
What do you mean he talked to her 4 times? He's supposed to see her. There's a visitation.
Now here she goes. She done skirted the judge's rules, made it hard for him to see his daughter, and now all she could do is sit up and fix her mouth to make it and point out how it's everybody's fault now. The situation as it stands now is everybody else's fault. This hoe pissed me clean the fuck off with her fat ass.
Order that's already been established. What's up with these jail-style phone visits? No, ma'am, that's not visitation. You violated the order.
And my mom's never told him he can't call her. She's never, I've never, even from September, before September, he didn't see her for 2 months.
Before September, ma'am, he had her from January to June because you didn't have a place for her to go. At the same time, I'm sure he was still paying.
Wow. Y'all see that timeline? He said before September, she didn't see her for 2 months. You didn't see her for 6 months. He had her for January till June. So let's say you came and got her July and August. And then he seen her again in September. So then you show up in front of the judge talking about he ain't see her for 2 months. Them was the 2 months you got her. Them was because it was 2 months since she left his house. And you ain't like, man, oh my God, dude, this shit is despicable. Watch who you lay down and make a kid with.
Paying child support payments to you. And still, none of this gives you the authorization to move the child all the way to Florida without the father's permission. He told you he did not want his daughter down there.
He chooses when he gets to be dad.
Yeah, I guess like how you choose to be mom. You're supposed to have primary custody, yet he had her.
He chooses when he gets to be dad. Oh, let me guess, you're a full-time mother and a mother first. How you ain't even got your kid, dude? It's dealing with a delusional woman with kids. Everybody going down. She's not going down alone in her own delusion. She's taking everybody down with her. Like, it's damn near like right now, she trying to take the judge down with her. The judge was like, she's suffering. And the lady like, no, she's not suffering. Tried to go off on the judge. And the judge told her, man, if you think just because she with her grandparents, if she not suffering being around her parents because they shipping her around, and it's not even the parents. The father had her. It's the mother, man. Too much power, man. Mothers is some life moderators that got way more power than they can handle sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Take that tool away, for real. Let's go.
From January to June, you only kept her for 2 months, and then you sent her to your mother for the rest of the year. It's funny, while she's trying to make him look like the deadbeat, she's the one who's the deadbeat mom.
And when she comes home from his house, her attitude's a completely different child.
How old is she?
She's 7.
And what is your long-term plan? You just decided grandma's gonna raise the child?
No, she went down there for schooling, and when school's over, she's gonna come back.
She's saying that
You know what I hate? I hate when somebody say some shit or they explaining some shit to you, and it's on top of the reason they explaining it is because they fucked up a prior agreement or whatever, and they sit up talking to you like everything they saying is just so matter of fact, like you should understand or you should know already. No, she went down there for schooling, and then who the fuck know why she went down there? Nobody didn't even know you sent her down there. Now you got the nerve to sit up in court trying to act like he the devil and you're the hero. Like, this shit dumb, man. Let's go.
she went to Florida for schooling, as if she went to college or something. You know, she has school, elementary school, for a 7-year-old. It's in Michigan as well. Right there in your county, there's several.
I did sign legal guardianship to my mother.
Wait a damn minute. Wait a damn.
Through what court?
It wasn't through a court. We have like a notarized paper.
I'm sorry, but this is crazy. Not only did she send the child down to Florida to live with her mother, totally violating the order that she had in place with the father, without his permission, he
signed
said he
over the rights
protested it,
under
but she
her-
called
under his
herself giving
nose.
parental rights to her mother without the child's
Dirty.
father knowing anything about this. And by the way, outside the court as well.
So you gave her a durable power of attorney?
Yes.
She
Just for
finessed the judge
duration so
and
that she could
the
go to school,
father.
because at her dad's house, he wasn't giving her medication that she needed. I have several times where she's come back and she hasn't had her medicine.
You realize you can't.
This
give
medicine
legal custody
situation
away to
gonna
someone
piss
else
y'all
when you have
clean
an
off when
active
y'all see
court
what she
order
talking about.
without
And she
getting
gonna know she
permission
lying,
from
so
me.
she
You
gonna
can't
start
move around
crying
the
while she
state,
telling the
so
fake
you're
story.
not supposed to do that.
Okay, I didn't know that. If she has to come home, then she has to come home. That's fine.
Where are you living?
I live in Big Rapids at the time. We're looking to move into a bigger house.
Who lives with you in Big Rapids?
It's me and my friend and her kids.
No husband around, just two baby mamas living together and their kids. And you see how she tried to bring up another excuse? Medicine. She's attempting to make excuses for why she sent that child to Florida and trying to drill in the point that he's not fit to have custody, but she's definitely not fit.
Are you working?
Yes.
Why don't you have your daughter in your care?
She had gotten to the point where she was telling me that she hated me because of her dad.
Wow, there we go. Y'all hear that? She got rid of her daughter because her and her daughter don't get along. So she chose to get rid of her daughter for her own personal reasons. And then she just choose to throw the dad under the bus and blame the dad for why her and the daughter don't get along. These are, I swear to God, this shit is real, bro. This shit is real.
Why does she hate you because of him?
Like every time that she'd come back from her dad's house, she'd be like, I hate you.
How come you let her go live with dad? That's what their allegation is.
She went and stayed with dad because at the time he was doing things the right way.
How long did she stay with him?
She stayed from the beginning of January until the end of the school year, but I physically was seeing her every weekend to every other weekend.
So she lived with dad for 6 months?
You dealing with the worst person on earth, Kia.
January to June?
I don't think the whole time, no, because she came home as soon as, I think it was May. I don't think it was June. I think it was May.
Now she's sitting up just lying. She don't remember the date. She's shaving months off. It's like, you know what? I honestly think when women sit up here and they lie to the judge and they do shit that costs the court money, the man money, the child's safety, all that shit, man, they need legal consequences. Throw some of these hoes in jail. Throw some of them in jail. She need to be in jail, for real.
And then I was the one that had to keep asking, hey, is she getting her meds? Is she getting this? Because she doesn't do it.
How come neither one of you filed a motion back then when you switched custody? Mr. Hughes, were you paying child support during that time?
Yes.
What I told you.
Still
He was
paying
the one
child
with
support
primary
while he
custody
had
of
the
their
daughter.
daughter for about 6 months, and he was still paying her child support. Yet this woman is constantly trying to make it seem like he's some deadbeat. He didn't know how to do this or that. Then even trying to make it seem like she was there. Yeah, I was there every week or every other week. No, he didn't have her till June. He had her till May. What's the difference, ma'am? 5 months or 6 months? He had her for months. Primary custody, and he was still paying you child support. Why didn't they come back to court when that happened? Because he didn't want to put her on blast. The men in these situations, they are always covering for the woman. But if you give her the chance, every chance, every opportunity she gets, she is going to throw you under the bus every time.
So you were paying child.
But see, in your situation, Kia, you are the man and dude is a bitch. So he's gonna do the opposite. He's gonna be the one to try to throw you under the bus. You know what I'm saying? That's just a sidebar, man. It's I can't. That's a whole episode talking about that character, that sock puppet. But yeah, this shit is sad though, man.
Child support to her, even though you had the child.
Yes.
How come you didn't file a motion to get custody and parenting time changed?
Wasn't thinking of it. I was just thinking of having my daughter.
Men are overly fair to these selfish women to the point that they're
Dude, do y'all know how my daughter 18 now? I was on child support till she was about 16 maybe or something like that. And anybody that know me know how much I have my daughter all the fucking time. My daughter always over here. You know what I'm saying? Not one time. My daughter is 18, and as much as I have my daughter, one time in my entire life have I claimed her on my taxes. Only one time, and I had to fight to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because the mother already felt like I'm entitled to it. Ain't no being fair. But now this the thing. It be these mothers like this that they only do it when you a fair parent or when you trying to be fair. Now, when they got a nigga going upside their head, you know what I'm saying, coming through, trashing their house, getting them fired. Oh, they're gonna have that nigga's half of the tax money or whatever already laid out. They're not gonna require him to pay any child support. I just want you to be in his life. I just want you to be in Quantavion's life. They ain't gonna require nothing from him. Let you be a father trying to do something. And it ain't even your kids. They gonna get on your ass like you done did something like listen, let them, my best advice to a woman who got kids by a dude and the dude ain't around and all that, and you know what I'm saying, let them suffer for real. It's God's plan for them. Don't get in the way of God's plan. Let's go.
unfair to themselves and their child.
Have you been talking to her in Florida?
I have called her on video chat.
He's called her 4 times. I literally talked to my mom this morning, and I have all 4 dates that he's talked to her. And she has to call him. It's not my 7-year-old's responsibility to call her dad.
And now this big idiot is sitting up here trying to manipulate everybody with the tears. She wouldn't have to call her dad if you hadn't sent her down to Florida to live with your mother without his permission. He would have had his daughter in Michigan. What are you talking about? As a mother, it was your responsibility to follow the court order, and you didn't.
Mr. Hughes, have you talked to the maternal grandmother about the situation?
He knows that I'm not happy that she's down in Florida.
Okay, you haven't really talked to her about the plan moving forward?
No.
What she thinks the plan is?
No.
The last custody order that entered gave her full custody and parenting time as you guys agreed on. Is that right?
Yes.
Supervised, right?
Supervised?
It wasn't supervised.
The order dated 12/1/17 does not.
Then she had him on supervised visits and shit like he's some type of danger to his own child. They gonna sit up and try to lie about it in court. Like they ain't got paperwork. See, some people just, man, I think some people just ain't got the truth in it.
Not say supervised. It says times and places with conditions as agreed upon by the parties.
The 2018 order?
So let me look. I have a 2017 order. Do you have an order dated 2018?
August 27, 2018, signed by Michael Page.
And what does that order say?
It is also ordered that the defendant shall have parenting time supervised by his mother, the child's paternal grandmother, alternating Saturdays from noon till 6 p.m. That was after father had filed a motion regarding custody, and his motion was denied.
Wow. You had periods where he was taking care of his daughter, really as the primary parent, but he even had conditional visitation. The latest court order came from 2018, where he was only supposed to visit his daughter under the supervision of his mother. That's what the court put in place. But they gave this deadbeat mom full control.
All right. After that order entered in 18, Mr. Hughes, did you see your daughter?
Yes.
And did your mom supervise?
Yes.
This shit's
How
sad.
often were you seeing her?
I don't remember how long.
About. Were you guys doing a schedule, or was it just when you guys agreed upon? Was it every other weekend?
It was
just
every
when
other
you-
weekend.
Okay.
Man, this hoe need to be told. She need to be. See, this is what I don't like. This is what I don't like. I don't like that you bring in one person in there and they automatically looked at as the guilty party or the party that need to explain shit. So I feel even like no matter what she say, even though she's in here, she ain't did shit right. She ain't adhered to nothing the judge told him. Everything she say is still getting took as like, okay, it's just an update. And then he's still getting grilled about whether he doing what he's supposed to do. Two say, nigga, the granny of my kids said, too, you the only one she can depend on. Of course she's going to ride you. That just means you a good one. Look at her like, who the fuck y'all think y'all pimping? Right. Bro, that is some mental mental Hong Kong phooey for your ass right there. You know what I'm saying? Jesus. You talk about gaslighting the motherfucker like, man, turn the check. Do not light a match in this room after motherfucker said that. The room is full of gaseous element in this motherfucker. No, nobody get lit in here. We're gonna blow up after that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you is not finna ride me for being responsible and get a pass for no ill ass behavior and be like, oh, well, just deal with it to show how good you are. Like, no, nigga wants some peace to be the best parent I could be. Like, my peace, your peace shouldn't have to come from ride my back. You know what I'm saying? And you need peace to be your best. So I have to let you ride my back to be your best. Like, that shit don't make no sense, man. Like, why do mamas and especially mamas, they want to, instead of working with the dad, they want to position themselves like adjacent to him and shit and opposite of him and then try to let shit play out. You know what I mean? Like, stop that shit, man. Come on, man. Knock that shit off, man. But that brings me to my next topic, though, man, while we finna wrap this thing up, because this is a short one right here, but it's just about accountability and people being held accountable. You know what I'm saying? Like, when people do shit to other people to victimize them, they need to be held accountable. And it's like, okay, I thought he was a criminal, but he wasn't a criminal, or she's trying to make dude in court seem like he bad, but he not bad. As the authorities see that, they need to go after the motherfucking troublemaker. You know what I'm saying?
No other news agency has this story. A white male basically goes to a black male, Publix parking lot, has his gun showing.
What? They don't even sell this in there. This is my car, man. You what car?
This has been going around the internet. It has gone viral. We have the inside story to the saga. Let's put the family up, full mass here. In a Publix parking lot, the guy you just saw, let's call him Gunslinger, confronted a young black male.
I feel you too. Like, that shit
over
take you
his
somewhere on what?
Offer up a transaction in Georgia. The young man in the video, 22 years of age, his name is Chandler Dean. Chandler Dean received Apple Mini HomePod speakers for Christmas, which he intended to sell on OfferUp. You're looking at the Christmas Day family, all right? And here's Chandler with his girlfriend, Khadijah, and his other friend, Big Crump. Well, I'll be damned.
That's how you know they is some shit.
His friend was already Benjamin Crump. Dean connected
Beautiful.
with another man, Kajana Red. All right, let's put it up on OfferUp to sell his gift. This happened on Monday, January 23rd at the
trying to meet in a public place and sell his
supermarket in Lithia Springs, Georgia. There's the message. All he's doing is something legally protected. When he met Mr. Kijana to sell the speaker, a disabled man got out of his vehicle with a gun in his waistband and a cane in his hand to confront Chandler Dean. When he first approached me, when you see the video, I was singing, "Oh, innocent man," he said. I was kind of smiling because I was thinking he was being funny, like quirky with me or something. And I can get that. When you look at the video, when I went back and looked at the video, I said, you know what? I can absolutely see that. He thought, well, this is so extreme. Obviously, this guy's just joking. He's being funny. And
you know why he thought it was extreme? Because he thinking like, I know this old elderly man not approaching me like he wants some smoke. But you know what it was? It wasn't even that he was approaching like he got some smoke. He got his cane. He know that he can barely walk and all that. But this the thing, man. They want to kill you. He wanted to kill you. He accused you of a crime without knowing you, not knowing why you was there, and he was immediately ready to pull his gun out on you and shit. Like he wasn't worried about your physicality or nothing like that because he was gonna try to kill you, bro, and the police was gonna back him. You know, once you're dead as a black man, it's your word, it's their word, because your word is you can't tell no dead man, can't tell no tales. You know what I'm saying? So shit like that is dangerous, man. And it's just nothing happened to the dude. They ain't do nothing to the old man. The reason it was getting recorded, the lady was seeing dude milling around, the white dude acting suspicious. And she said, let me record this shit because I don't trust dude, man. And basically got on it, and that's what happened. He had a gun on him and all that shit. What's up, Nikki?
Returning your call. I was asleep.
I was just hitting you up to see what you was doing. You had popped in my head, so I was like, let me hit her up and see what she doing. I ain't heard from you in a minute. Yeah, man, no, I'm on it right now. I'm getting it took care of. Some dude, like I'm actually doing my live stream right now about old white dudes out of control. Some old white dude grabbed her by her hair and all that, and then her manager just sat there and watched it. So he was further emboldened, thinking like, oh yeah, this is a white situation where we just watching things happen to black people. So he felt further emboldened and reached out and grabbed her and started trying to kiss on her and shit like that. Then after it all go down and my daughter got to run from the dude, then her manager come up to her like, oh my God, I can't believe he did that. Like, nah, bitch, you can believe it. You ain't do shit about it. And had that been Becky Beckenridge right away, excuse me, sir, you can't do that to the employees. But it's a black girl, so you want to sit there and see what happened. You want to sit there and watch it play out. But guess what would have happened if my daughter would have snapped? Who would have got in trouble? You know what I'm saying? So you want to put her back against the wall. No, I'm on a top. I'm on her bonnet. Shit, she's not getting away with it. My daughter is good. No, she good. But I hate that she had to be put in that situation because you already know. Whenever you see a bunch of white people and it's predominantly white people and one of them is doing something to a black person, they all sit and watch. And they don't do nothing. They don't tell the white dude nothing. They don't stop. They don't do nothing. She didn't stop that man. They wait to see what the black person reaction gonna be. And then they say, whoa, everybody calm down. Like, no, you're not finna put my daughter in them fucking situations. Cause if I come up there, I swear to God, the Brookfield police gonna be trying to shoot me. And they gonna be talking about I'm up there doing this and doing that. But y'all gonna sit up there and let this man grab my daughter by her hair though. You know what I mean? Nah, I ain't going for that shit. So no, I'm definitely looking for a lawyer right now. You know what I'm saying? JCPenney and Brookfield, they will be hearing from me with some legal counsel. I need to call this nigga I'm doing the story on and see if he can hook me up with Ben Crump. You know what I'm saying? Huh? Ben Crump, he this black lawyer. He like this well-known black lawyer that handle a lot of civil rights stuff. But nah, man, I'm gonna tell you more about it in a minute though. Let me wrap up my live stream and then I am going to call you. Okay. Yeah, man. My bad about that, y'all. Little side note, but nah, nobody's finna be no fucking victim out here, dude. And people will just decide that you're wrong, and then think they finna victimize you and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't go for that shit, man. And that's all I got for y'all today. Appreciate everybody that came. Check me out, man. Make sure you hit that like button. It go a long way, and it's free. And if you ain't subscribed to the channel, welcome to Mac World. Make sure you subscribe. Shout out to all the content creators. You know, we out here working. And yeah, don't be afraid to hit that Cash App too, man. I could definitely use them donations. That helped me get, actually, the purpose of when you donate to a channel or content creator, give them more time to work, so they could bring you more content. So y'all like the content, support the content, man. Hit that Cash App with a couple bucks, man, you know. But until Monday, I'm out of here. So y'all enjoy y'all weekend, man. Be safe out here. And watch out for these wild old white dudes, man. They out of control. They grabbing hair, pulling guns, all type of shit. And society ain't doing shit about it. So watch your back, man. And that's all I got for y'all, man. So until Monday, I'm out of here, y'all. Later.